Hello everyone, this is Elke and today's insight is about accepting your body. This feels like something I could write a book about, but don't worry, I will keep it much shorter for the purpose of accompanying the recording I have created on this subject. I personally do not know anybody that fully and completely accepts their body as it is. Even I catch myself judging my body from time to time, due to all the outside conditioning that none of us can avoid. For that, you would have to grow up alone on a mountaintop with no exposure to societal conditioning. In our Western society, we are bombarded with pictures of beautiful slim female and muscular male bodies by the mass media and advertisements everywhere. We have been brainwashed into comparing our bodies with the imaginary, nearly unattainable ideal pictures of these models, making us wide open for all the stuff they want to sell to us to bring our body in shape, making it more beautiful and make us perceivably more desirable to others. And the funny thing is that on the other hand, on every corner you see fast food restaurants, junk food places, sweets and other things that make our bodies fat, sick and addicted, as the most prominent merchandise in nearly every store. Kids are growing up with sweets and fast food as treats when they behave or to keep them quiet. It is nearly impossible for parents to raise their children with healthy foods. As in schools, they are surrounded by other children that constantly eat these foods, starting this vicious cycle at a very early age. All these messages and everything that is taught make us believe that our bodies are flawed, imperfect, and that they need constant fixing. And the sad part of this comedy is that nearly everyone buys into this major setup of big companies and big pharma and tries to fit into the projected picture of an ideal body while merrily munching on fast food, comfort foods and sweets. Getting sicker by the day, as these are just empty calories, and then trying to fix their flawed and sick body with magic pills that will relieve the condition without them ever having to change their lifestyle. These companies purposefully play onto the fact that humanity has been conditioned for eons to want to be comfortable, safe, and to have everything without sacrificing anything on their perceived comforts and safety. There are entire industries built on that concept of youth and perceived beauty that no one can escape, as all of us will inevitably get older. All of this is quite fascinating when you look at it from an overview. An entire society is centered around this concept, and everyone tries to fulfill these unrealistic ideals that are pushed upon them. And it really becomes like a second full-time job to fulfill all of them. So now you have your 9-to-5 job where you are trading in your time for money. During the breaks and after work you are bombarded with all those comfort foods, eating junk food, processed foods and sweets that are supposedly helping you to ease the stresses of the job and make you more comfortable. When you are done with that, you come home, starting to feel guilty about all the calories you have eaten that will make you fat. Now you either force yourself to exercise to be able to somewhat fit into that unrealistic body picture that you see everywhere around you, or you put yourself in front of the TV or computer or whatever the case may be for you and soothe your guilt with some more comfort food. Until you are starting to get so heavy that it is beginning to make you sick, which in turn helps filling the pockets of Big Pharma and at the same time getting on the yo-yo of jumping on the next best weight loss wagon just to put on more weight when you are done with the diet. And I haven't even addressed the beauty aspect of all of this. The above is just a picture of what I see the average member of Western society doing. I am not implying that everyone is doing this. To the contrary, thankfully I am seeing more and more people wake up from this silliness. The only way to really be able to remove oneself from this ridiculousness is to start questioning all of it. To start asking yourself why you are doing all of this. Most people need a huge wake-up call from their higher selves via an accident, a serious illness, or some other divine intervention to begin questioning what they are doing. And even then, most try to give their power away again to some outside source to try to fix their body. All of this is based on a made-up perception that the body is inherently flawed. Nearly everyone is in a constant fight with their body because they perceive that it is flawed in some way and that it needs fixing. Even if it's just to fit into someone else's perception of beauty, making it their job to make others more comfortable. The body in and itself is an amazing organism with abilities most can't even fathom. The body has been created to be able to recreate itself for at least several hundred years, basically until you are ready to leave the planet by your own choice. The body is your vehicle that is there to serve you in any way it can, and if left the chance to do what it does best, which is taking care of itself, then it will never let you down. What has created this perception of aging and a body that is breaking down is again the mind wanting to be in control and comparing itself, meaning you and your body, with the outside world. The mind looks at the outside world and judges it to be a reality, meaning that if it sees something from someone else, it perceives it to be true, especially if the majority of others are buying into the same concept as well. As I said, I could probably write a book about this, and this insight is already getting longer than anticipated without me really getting to the point here. So let's get to the point, shall we? How do we accept our body and start having it work for us instead of against us? For most of us, for most of our lives, we have been fighting our body one way or another. Be it by telling it that it is not beautiful, that it is too fat, too skinny, the skin is too dark, too light, the nose is too prominent, or whatever the case may be. We mistreat our body in any way we can and send it mixed messages all the time. We take in the worries, stresses and traumas of the outside world, and instead of seeking a healthy release of our emotions, we are taught to suppress them, which in turn leads to storing all those suppressed emotions in your favorite parts of the body, be it organs, tissues, eyes, etc. We never really give the body the chance to take care of itself, and we almost never listen to what the body is telling us. Diseases are imbalances in the body and your life, and are always the last resort of the body to tell you that something in your life needs to be changed, and that you haven't listened to your heart's and or body's messages. Chronic aches and pains are usually accumulations of suppressed emotions, trauma and experiences that you have internalized that need to be released for your body to be truly able to do its job, and yourself to fully integrate into your body. The purpose of many of my recordings is to assist you to release all that gunk and the density that has been accumulated in the most fluid and complementary way possible. The first step to accept your body would actually be to go ahead and accept your body. What a concept, isn't it? Take a few deep breaths to break energy with the outside world and get back to yourself. Drop your consciousness into your heart center and start to feel your presence. Tell the body that you are accepting it fully and completely as it is right now. But there is a catch. You have to truly mean it. This will be the start of a true communion and friendship with your body. Because the body is always sending you messages of what would be complementary and what isn't. Tell your mind that its job is to translate these messages the body sends you and to stop interfering with the body. Stop sending mixed messages to your body and stop doubting its abilities. Take a good look at your life and look at where you haven't been listening to your body and your heart. If your body is overweight and unhealthy, ask yourself and your body what you can do to change that. Do you really need to eat all the junk food and sweets, or would your body prefer healthier foods? You can ask your body what it truly enjoys, not what it is conditioned to enjoy. It will either send you a picture, a thought, a word, or you will just know. If you don't get anything, you can use the body pendulum that I explained to you in the introduction of the series. Give your body permission to do its job and command it to rebuild in your image, and it will start to do just that. Yet at the same time, you need to stop doubting it when it starts purging all the gunk, which at times can be painful, and you need to stop working against it. Find out what you and your body truly enjoy. There are lots of programs, diet and lifestyles out there telling you that only this is the right way to eat or exercise or whatever the case may be. The truth is that what is right for my body might not be right for your body. Therefore, in addition to accepting the body, we truly need to start to listen to it. This will be the beginning of a wonderful, exciting journey together with your body and the beginning of a true friendship with your body. It begins with acceptance and trust, fully trusting in yourself and your body, and everything else will take care of itself. What an amazing and simple concept, isn't it?